So you are a new bishop in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Maybe you're in the bishopric, maybe you were in the stake presidency. Hi, my name is Danielle. I'm so glad that you're here, Danielle Calder. I am a licensed clinical social worker and therapist in the state of California, Utah, and Idaho. I specifically specialize in helping people in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints to have good relationships and good mental health. I help people with religious trauma, religious harm, faith transitions, all of it, both people in the church and people that have left the church, but most specifically, people that have been deeply harmed by this church. And of course, you don't want to perpetuate harm. You're in this church probably because you love it, you believe in it, and you want to serve people. That's why you have this calling. Here's one thing that I would like you to consider. When you get children's, teens, and adults alone in a room, maybe there's another adult, but a lot of times not, and you ask them about the law of chastity, you are asking them about sex. You are asking them about their sex life. You're asking them about pornography, masturbation, and sex and sexuality. For many kids and teens and adults, this is a deeply wounding and terrifying experience to be alone in a room with a man, a judge in Israel, a bishop, who allows them or disallows them to take the sacrament, to get baptized, to go to the temple, to go to BYU, to get married, etc., to go on a mission. This is a very high intense, stressful, anxiety inducing practice that we have in Mormonism. I wish that we would stop asking people about the law of chastity. That is a personal thing that people do. I do not see why it needs to be discussed with other people. However, if you are to ask this question, I beg of you to not ask follow-up specific questions. Saying something like, do you understand and strive to keep the law of chastity? Okay, great. We're not getting into specifics. We're not asking teens, children's, and adults follow-up questions. I cannot tell you, though, how many times I have had a child, teen, or an adult in my therapy office or one of my friends tell me that the bishop wanted specifics. Did you orgasm? Did they orgasm? Who touched who first? Who took off whose clothes first? Asking specific follow-up questions, requiring a teen, an adult, a child to recant to you a sex scene so you can decide if they are worthy enough to fully participate in this religion. I beg of you to not do that. It is traumatizing, and frankly, it is creepy. One thing that sexual predators do, and I'm not calling you a sexual predator, I certainly hope you are not one, but there are bishops, people in bishoprics and stake presidencies that absolutely are sexual predators. Regardless, let's get back in and focus on this. I ask you to consider what grooming is. When a predator wants to abuse a child, they get a child alone oftentimes, and they ask them sexually explicit questions, and they do so little by little, where they expose them to sexual content with the goal of desensitizing them. By participating in this practice and getting a child alone and talking to them about sex, you maybe inadvertently promoting this idea that it is appropriate to get a child alone and that it is appropriate to ask them about sex. And I truly, truly hope that you can make a conscious decision that you are going to avoid traumatizing the people in your ward, in your congregation, and in your stake. I beg of you to pass this video and pass these concerns up the tree. I don't think that active members realize how many people are deeply traumatized by this practice and by this religion. Mental health professionals in and outside of Mormonism regularly diagnose people with OCD scrupulosity, which is an intense form of OCD that is religious or moral. In addition to that, PTSD and complex PTSD from these experiences. And you, as a bishop, have the opportunity to not continue with this harm. Sexual shame has massive implications on people's life, relationships, mental health, and sex life. Please consider changing your approach to end perpetuating harm. If you have any questions about this, I offer free trainings and consultations. My therapy practice is Candid Counseling. My email is danielle@candidcounseling.co. The website is candidcounseling.co as well. I would love to help you with this. I know this is an uncomfortable conversation. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm sure you are a kind, good person who is simply doing what you are being asked of, but it is important that we consider children, adults, and teens in this scenario. One more thing I wanted to say as well is that many people are sexually abused. 1 in 3 women, 1 in 5 boys and men are sexually abused. So they're having unconsensual sexual experiences. A lot of times, kids and teens do not realize that what happened to them sexually was against their will. They feel that they are to be blamed for this, that they broke the law of chastity because someone took advantage of them, because somebody touched them. Please consider that many of the experiences that may be relayed to you when a child or teen or adult is being required to recant to you a sex scene, that what happened to them was unconsensual. And even to insinuate that it was a sin, that it was their fault, that they might not be able to go to the temple / see their family in the next life because of what happened to them, is adding trauma to a child, teen, or adult that has already been traumatized. Please, please seek professional counsel from licensed mental health therapists to help you not perpetuate this harm. I really hope that you listen to this video, watch it back if needed, and reach out with any follow-up questions. Thank you. And to anyone that has been a victim to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, what happened to you was not your fault. This should have never happened. There are so many people that have been deeply harmed by this institution because good people were just doing their job, and it is not your fault. Your sexuality belongs to you. What happened to you, if it was unconsensual, is not your fault. You are good, and you can find your own connection with God and deity and your own religious community, whether that's in Mormonism or out, that will support you and love you for exactly who you are.